Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hope Without Sight with your host, Sailor Cooper. And
this is Tyler Evans.
Yes, this is episode 38 here at today's Palooza on April 26, 2023. This time we have Elisa Bugarts. She is a life coach emphasizing on confidence. Elisa, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks, Sailor. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Tyler, for having me.
Yeah, is this your first time at Palooza?
It is. I'm loving it. So much energy.
It's so much energy. Who referred you?
I actually have known Michelle since we were teenagers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and we actually even went traveling together, and then our lives went in completely different directions, and now they're reconnecting.
Wonderful.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
So Elisa is the founder of Inspiration by Elisa, a transformational speaker and a certified life and health coach who specializes in confidence. Elisa's passion is to help people confidently be themselves, realize their own worth, and boost their self-confidence to go after what they want in their life. And her mission is to empower people to make a positive change in their life so they can be happy. I like that. That's what Hope Without Sight is about. Welcome to the show. So
thank you.
The show is about people who overcome challenges in life and how they come out on top. So tell us about how you got started and what got you here to where you are today.
Yeah, well, I guess my journey, it's been quite a while, especially when you talk about confidence. There's so many ups and downs, but the point where my lowest point was when I lived abroad for 11 years. I lived in Europe, and I lived in London, England. And when I moved there, my boyfriend and I had broken up just as I got there, and we were traveling together. So I was backpacking for 7 months. So when I got to London, I didn't have any money left. I was heartbroken. I didn't have anywhere to live. I didn't really know anybody. I didn't have a job.
Oh no.
It was all a bit doom and gloom, and I didn't have much of anything. And I had moved there because where I was before, I wasn't happy. So I made this courageous step to move to London, but just to find myself in this place. And I really started to feel the weight of depression, and my confidence was just so low on myself. I felt like I had nothing.
So it backfired.
At the beginning, it very much felt that way. Yeah. And but I was lucky enough that when I was traveling in Nepal, I met a woman, and she moved to London a few months after me, and she reached out to me and said, let's go for a tea. And I met up with her, and she asked me what I wanted out of my life living in London. And I was stumped by the question. I had no idea what I wanted. Everything, I just felt like nothing had fallen into place, and I was completely stumped by that question. And it was really through that she told me to go home and maybe meditate on it and kind of figure out what I wanted. And from there is where I was really able to lift myself out of the low state I was in that question, because it gave me freedom to think for myself, and it gave me freedom to start really evaluating every part of my life. What did I want, and who did I want to be, and how did I want to show up in this world? And I went on this 2-year journey to kind of figure it out, to rebuild my life from the ground up. I started going after what I wanted. I set goals for myself. I used meditation to become more mindful. I took a course that introduced me to affirmation. So I started having a lot more positive self-talk and identifying what I wanted out of my career. I read personal development books. I learned a lot of things the hard way. And I didn't get a coach or a mentor. I was kind of raised with the shame of that getting help, was something that you didn't do in my family. And so I didn't think that I could really reach out for help. So I just kind of stumble through it on my own, and it took a long time, and it took a long time to love myself and to speak my truth, which was terrifying because, I didn't have any sort of proper communication tools. And I know I definitely rubbed some people the wrong way when I try to communicate my boundaries and what I wanted to be and do and say. And, but I discovered what my values were, and I knew
Yeah.
I could start living them so I could be the person that I wanted to be, so I could be that authentic me, not this like multitude of personas and roles that I've been playing my whole life because I thought I had to.
Yeah.
know?
Always stay true to yourself, because you are who you are, and don't pretend to be someone else, and don't mask yourself. And honestly, at times, and I won't go into the specifics, but recently I've felt like I was told to do that. But I'm me, I am who I am, and I'm gonna be myself, and that's all there is to it.
That's right.
And I think that's amazing because so many people don't have that confidence to do it. We
Yeah.
feel like we have to act a certain way or do a certain thing, or some of us, and like in my case, at this point in time in my life, I didn't even know who the authentic me was yet. I sort of buried her underneath all these shoulds of life. And so I was able to find her and really start living her, and being okay with that, and not letting anybody tell me any different, or they could tell me different, but it didn't matter. I needed to stay true to myself.
Who are you now? Like, who do you tell me, you're telling me you know yourself more now than you did before. So
Yeah, I feel a lot more like secure in my own skin. I kind of let go of a lot of societal norms, the kind of like shoulds of life, and just kind of did what I want to do. I mean, even going traveling and living abroad was kind of a little bit something against the grain, because I had left a life that had the house and the mortgage and the car and the good job, right? Just go and get a good job and just kind of be miserable in it. And that's just the way it should be. I was able to kind of break through all that. And actually, was working in corporations at that time. And just in the last couple of years, I've just found my passion for coaching. And even though I've been quite successful in my corporate career, I'm like so ready to leave that behind and just be a coach and help people.
yeah, be a coach. And I'm being a coach too. Tyler's like my right hand person. We have a Hope Without podcast, but we're going to do some coaching sessions as well. And while we're at it, it's going to be in the free gifts, but I want to put this in the chat now. I want to invite you to a Lift Your Spirit party that's going to be happening May 5th. Tyler, if you want, please, I'll turn it over to you. You can tell her more about it since you haven't been talking much. So go ahead, sir.
Okay. So basically, the Lift Your Spirit party is going to be a 1-hour session. It's complimentary, meaning it's free. And we're going to just encourage people. Basically, let's say it's the end of the week. People are just having a bad week. Maybe their boss gets on their nerves, whatever. They're stressed, things like that. It could be anything. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to have sessions of like meditation, things of that sort, gratefulness, and just encouragement in general. So that's basically what we're going to do in a nutshell.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to do something more beyond that.
Exactly.
It's more in depth. But first, come join the Lift Your Spirit party, and if you like what you get, I would love for you to come to our next event.
Oh, and in addition to that, we're going to be doing these general marketing calls too, but it's not going to be like sales or nothing. It's going to be general inquiry calls. And so we also want to we also want to see who would be interested in the future or close, like near the future, within the coming days about what we can do. Basically, we'll just ask general questions about whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So so you lived abroad for how long?
11 years.
And so now you live in US or Canada?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Then I would love to I would love to come to Vancouver at one point. It'd be great. I know I'll be able to very soon, hopefully. But and how you feel now, like back home, you're happy you came back home, right?
Yeah, I am. But it was interesting when I first moved back home, I kind of got wrapped back into my old life and some of the people that I was friends with, like before I had left. And I found myself again to be a little bit unhappy and miserable in a specific area of my life. And some of the people I was hanging around, I was like, oh, these aren't my people anymore, and I really had to, it was interesting to, I just kind of got wrapped back up into that life. And then I had to actually take a step back and be like, oh, wait a second, like, how did that happen? Like, I felt like I kind of lost myself a little bit and not that person that I had really come to be when I lived abroad, because I didn't have that external influences of these people. So I had to make a lot of changes, and now I'm so much more comfortable and happy and loving it. And so especially happy with doing the coaching, because it just gives me so much energy, and doing all these interviews today in Potapalooza.
Oh yeah.
I thought that I was going to be drained, but actually I just have so much energy. It's so great.
It is so much energy. So the coaching that you do has made the shift and has changed your life. And so the coaching you do is you just help others have confidence, right?
Yeah. So through all that kind of like couple of years that I went through, and sort of like throughout the years, I've developed this huge toolkit of ways that I was able to increase my self-confidence to go after like my goals and what I wanted out of my life. And so people have said that to me. They're like, oh, well, you seem really confident. And I was like, I am. Like, I don't know. I didn't really like see it in myself. I just kind of was humble about it. And so then I thought, well, how am I? Like, what did I do? What did I learn? So I created the confidence method, which is like a 10-step system that kind of takes people through that, like all these different ways that you can be more secure yourself, like figure out what your values are and what's important to you, and also figure out ways that you can break through any challenges. So like, self-sabotage or perfectionism, or even creating boundaries with people that you love, as you change and you adapt, you need to do that. And so I take people through this whole kind of flow method for them to, and by the end of it, they should be feeling a lot more, have a lot more self-love and self-confidence in themselves, so that
No, you don't have to be perfect. I hear you. And some people tell us that, and we don't need to be. We all have flaws, and it's okay.
Yes, that my session for that is called Imperfection It's Perfect.
Yes.
Because we're all perfectly imperfect.
Yes, we are. Yes. And so
basically, what you're saying here is being imperfect or having weakness is actually a strength.
Yes. It makes us all so unique and beautiful in our own way.
Oh yeah. The fact that we are resilient, meaning we can go through all sorts of circumstances and it doesn't knock us down. It only makes us stronger,
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
So because I'm glad you're teaching confidence, because we're teaching that as well. Because I just embarked on this journey a year ago, fully as an entrepreneur, and a lot of this stuff is new because I've never ran a business before, but I'm learning all the ropes thanks to Michelle and a lot of people. I'm doing podcasting, I'm doing speaking. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Great. But no, I'm getting started and I'm looking forward to so much more. It's gonna be just so awesome and great. But what are your future goals from here on out?
Ooh, good question. I don't get asked that one very often. I just really want to have a profound impact on people's lives. I want to, help them make these positive shifts in their lives. And do that through self-confidence. So I really just want to help as many people as I can. Originally, when I first started my business, I was like, I want to build an empire, and it was all gonna be about like wellness. And I think maybe I do want to do that still, but I'm not quite sure what that looks like. But I just really want to help as many people as I can.
Yeah, For sure, for sure.
We're the same way, because not only are we doing podcasts and radio station, we're also writing a book together, a memoir.
Yes, we are.
Awesome.
And, he and I, we're hoping to work on that soon, very soon, actually, together. So
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, that's so great. A book.
That's right.
Yep. And of course, Sailor is writing his book. He said I think he indicated that he
I'm
wants
gonna
to
publish
get
a book next
there
week.
next
Yeah.
month. Ooh, how about that?
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of things are happening with them and with us, but yeah, we really appreciate your time that you've had, and if you're interested in doing the Lift Your Spirit thing and things like that, we can certainly put the email in the chat.
Yeah, I put in the chat already. The link to sign up for the Lift Your Spirit party is in the chat. So yes.
Awesome.
I have it.
Right.
Thank you so much for that. That sounds like a great thing to do on a Friday.
Yes, it is. Yes. And so and it's 2 p.m. Pacific your time. So
Okay, great.
but no, other than that, I don't believe I have any more questions for you, but I know we're limited on time, so I'm gonna do our customary ending here. What advice would you give to someone who's struggling and doesn't know where to turn?
Oh, good one. What advice would I give for someone who's struggling and doesn't know where to turn?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say, yeah, ask for help. Don't do what I did and feel like it's shameful to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. We all need it. We all need our people and our tribes. And I would even say, like, be selective with it, because you want to make sure to surround yourself with people that lift you up. And so if you try to get help with somebody who maybe you don't jive with, that maybe it's not the right person, and that's okay. Yeah,
Well
fine.
said. Because a couple weeks ago I was going through some challenges, and I surrounded myself with people in my tribe, and they've helped me, and I'm great now.
Yes, they lift you up, and they are there to support you, and yeah, you make them feel better, they make you feel better, and I think that's just so important.
Yes, it is. Well, Elisa, thanks so much for being on Hope Without Sight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of today at Potapalooza.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun. You guys are so inspiring.
Yeah,
And,
thanks.
thank
We'll
you.
give it up for Elisa Bogarts, everyone. Stay blessed. We hope you feel renewed, inspired, and encouraged, like you can just carry on and conquer the world.
Please hit the subscribe button on all platforms and tell your friends and family to do the same.
Blessings to all.